Hey, welcome to the channel. I wanted to do a quick video before I send this guy back. This is the Metabones Canon EF to Micro Four Thirds XL Cine, something like that. I mean, that's what it is. I don't know the exact name. There are several versions of Speedbooster Canon EF adapters that you can get from Micro Four Thirds that Metabones makes. They do the Ultra version, which is a 0.71 times magnification, and then they do the XL version, which is a 0.64 times magnification, and then they also make several different versions of each of those. So this one is the Cine version. So what this has, which is super special, is a kind of almost like a PL lock style of mount. So you actually have to twist and then take out the lens, and then you put the lens in and then twist it to lock it in place. Now, a normal Metabones is like this one, which is also an EF adapter. Why did I got the Cine one just because it's the most expensive one, and I like to have like the most expensive stuff for some reason. But also, well, so the point of it is that it has a much more secure, potentially more secure locking mechanism, or secure fit even, than the regular version. So if you've got Cine lenses, which tend to be big and heavy, you don't want that kind of like wiggling around. And an issue with adapters is that they're not quite as secure as a normal native connection to a camera is. So even this one's this pretty big lens. That's kind of why I bought it, because I knew I had a pretty big 24-70 that I wanted to adapt. And there's a little bit of wiggle in this adapter. And it's not necessarily the fact that it's going to fall off or become disconnected, but these do have electronic connections in there. So you potentially can still get autofocus and things like that. It doesn't work super well. I guess some lenses probably work better than others. Like this Tamron lens doesn't work super great with the Sony. So anyway, long story short, I got the Cine one basically for that lens, and also just because it was the latest version, it's the newest revision, and I just thought, oh, probably it's $50 more than the non-Cine version. And like I said, they actually make three different versions. There's the base version, which I don't know what it's called, and then there's the mid-tier version, and there's the Cine version. The Cine version is like $700, the mid-tier is $650, and then the base version is like maybe $500 or so. But the Cine version and the mid-tier, the $650 version, have a felt, I don't remember what it's called, but so it keeps like light from bouncing around inside of the adapter and causing a lot of reflections or refraction of light going on inside the adapter. So that has that. And but other than that, the only real difference between this one and the $650 version is just the locking mechanism. So I'll show you how it works on the old... Oh, I don't even have... That was just sitting there. Wow, that's funny. So this works. There's a dot here which lines up with the camera body, the mount there, and then you just twist it, and that's on, right? I'm going to put the quick release plate onto the Metabones because it sticks out below the body of the camera. And all right. Okay, so there it's in a lock position, and there it's in the unlock position. So what you do is you take your lens, line up the red dot with the red dot, which is no longer on the top center like it is on a typical Canon EF, but still no big deal. So it sits in there, and then you don't twist the lens, you actually just twist the lock. And there you go. It's in there, and it's really solid. Awesome, right? Man, that's great. What a great buy. However, there's an issue, which maybe I'm just doing something wrong. Maybe if I keep fucking with it, I'll eventually get it, but I'm pretty sure that if you have a lens, and maybe not all lenses, because I did read some reviews where people said they were having problems, but they were eventually able to get it. But I have not had any luck right so far with lenses which have an O-ring for weather sealing. So we'll do the same thing, line up the red dots and twist the lock. All right, doesn't work, doesn't twist. Wants to twist the whole lens, but that's not in there. You can wiggle this however you want. You can press on it. It just doesn't sit flush. Like if you look at it, like there, like this side is flush, but then the other side is not flush. And I've been like playing with this thing for half a day trying to get it on here, and I can't get it to go on there. So that's the Canon 16-35. This is the version 2, so this is the older version. There's the version 3 out, so maybe that one works, I don't know. And then this Tamron likewise has an O-ring for weather sealing. You might be able to see. So we'll take this guy, try to line him up, and same thing. Can't get it to lock. So long story short, I just wanted to do a PSA. If you are planning to get Canon EF to Micro Four Thirds Metabones, and you're thinking about getting the Cine one, if you have any Canon lenses or even third-party lenses that have gaskets or O-rings for weather sealing, you might want to do a lot more research and checking into whether people are actually able to mount those lenses. So I basically struck out the 2 lenses that I use primarily. I can't even get them to mount on here. So what I'm guessing I'm just going to send this one back and get the regular $650 version, because I don't anticipate it's going to have any problems, because I have Canon EF to Sony E mount, and I've never had an issue attaching any Canon mount lens to it whatsoever. So I'm hoping it's going to be the same for the Micro Four Thirds version. If you want to use just pure cinema glass with this, you probably won't have an issue like this Rokinon lens. Like there's no gasket, and I don't think most cinema lenses probably don't have weather sealing. Maybe some do, but none that I've ever come across have any weather sealing on them. If you have lenses with weather sealing, I would totally not recommend that you get this. It's not like people were saying, oh, it's kind of a pain to mount it, like get the lens mounted. But if the lens actually works, it's super easy. That's not hard at all. I mean, even like mounting the cap on it is not a hard thing. You just line it up like you're supposed to and then twist and it locks in there. So that's not hard to do. I mean, like I said, I could be making some mistake. There could be something I'm doing wrong, but I just don't understand what it could be. I don't understand like what mistake I could be making here. So I just want to do this quick video to let you know that if you're looking at the Cine versions of the Metabones for Micro Four Thirds, and you have any lenses with gaskets or weather sealing, then I totally would not get it. And it sucks because if you go to the Metabones website, they don't have any sort of hint that that might be an issue. So that's it. Thanks for watching this video, and stay tuned for another one sometime. See you later.